Hello, I'm Ben Thompson. This is Nobody Knows Anything, and everybody knows that the male gender is a sinister species, and nothing is more indicative of that than the male gaze. Well, nobody knows anything. Kinda. Before I start, I come in peace. This isn't going to be some anti-female rant or a pro-male manifesto. This is just a thought about psychology from a guy who barely passed biology. Ladies, when it comes to the male gaze, I genuinely empathize. As a guy, I will never understand how it feels to be leered at. I can only imagine it feels similar to how men feel when another man repairs something in their home. Degrading, intrusive, insulting. Louise, you did a great job installing my blinds, but I still hate you. However, I feel like too many women give men too much credit. Entirely too often, men are painted as evil masterminds with these diabolical plots to subjugate women at any chance they get, which likens us to supervillains like the Joker or Darth Vader or parking enforcement officers. And ladies, we aren't supervillains because all supervillains have something in common. They're smart and talented. Maybe not all of them. That's better. But most of them are smart and talented. And as many of you know, most men are neither. How do you know men aren't smart? We take Propecia, a drug that keeps us from balding so we can, in theory, be more appealing to women. What we fail to recognize is that a main side effect of Propecia is a loss of sex drive. Thousands of men every year take a drug to get laid more that makes them want to get laid less. Do you know how dumb you have to be? And we sure as hell aren't talented. Ladies, think about your man's hobbies. Golf, gambling, pickup basketball, driving. Now think about how bad they are at these things. Case in point, George Bush was the president of the United States and has since dedicated his life to drawing. Have you seen these drawings? I'm just trying to say that most men simply aren't smart or talented enough to be as evil as they're made out to be. We gaze not because we're plotting, it's because we're poorly built. Here's how. You know how the brain has a conscious and a subconscious mind, right? I didn't, but this video told me. Here's the male brain. I made it look like a football for the same reasons Bic sells pink pens for women. I'm pandering. The brain is divided into two parts. The conscious part that does all the actual thinking, and the subconscious part that does all the stupid thinking. Involuntary actions, established habits, things like that. And for some reason, the subconscious parts of the male brain made this dirty, back alley deal with the eyes, and they work together to do the opposite of what the conscious brain actually wants them to do. So while the hardworking, decent, tax-paying, conscious mind is thinking about important things like politics or the economy or why does the flavor blue raspberry exist? Isn't it just raspberry? Our devious little eyes operate like lighthouse beacons, scanning our immediate areas for anything that'll make us go, nice. And then at the end of the day, our conscious mind tells us, okay, today we reached our PR at the gym, we closed a deal at work, ate a healthy dinner. And then our eyes Kool-Aid man their way in with our subconscious and go, yeah, you did some cool things. But guess what we saw? First thing in the morning, perfect 10 at the gym in yoga pants. 2 at the office, Kathy wore a low-cut top and we didn't get any work done after lunch. 3, dinner was healthy, but we only did that recipe because we saw it on Rachel Ray and we've had a crush on her since 2004. And then all of a sudden, you're lying in bed, hungry, aroused, and instead of going to sleep like your conscience tells you to, you turn the lights out, light a candle, and put on an episode of Rachel Ray. Now look, I know that there are monsters out there who actually denigrate women. And in the words of Frank Costanza, this guy, he's not my kind of guy. I know, hot take. But can we not just discount that this kind of guy is the minority? Ladies, congratulations. You're working with the latest iOS system for a brain. But know that we fellas, we're still working with Windows 95. So the next time you see a guy staring at you with a blank face, mouth agape, he's not automatically a monster. He's probably just rebooting. If this video amused you, please leave me a comment. If it angered you, please leave me a comment in all caps. If it infuriated you, keep in mind that I have never claimed to know anything because nobody does. That's it.